Welcome, personal governors. I'm your host, JP.WATKINS, and today's topic is about true contributions. Now, it's going to take me a second to unpack this one, all right? So work with me. True contributions. See, a lot of times, what comes first? The product, the service, or the clients, or the customers, or the audience? I want you to just think about that for a minute. So what came first, the car or the people willing to drive the cars? What came first, the computer or the people willing to use the computers? The internet or the people willing to use the internet? I'm letting you sit with that. I slowed down intentionally. It wasn't like I forgot what I was saying. Because sometimes we put the cart in front of the horse. So, as a content creator, right? I talk to a lot of people through my coaching, through my consulting, and just in my day-to-day life. So a lot of times we say, well, man, I want to do this. You know, I ain't getting no engagement, man. Ain't nobody liking, ain't nobody sharing. Ain't nobody engaging with my content. So I say, look, it's your responsibility to be a true contributor. True to yourself. What would have happened if Prince tried to do what Michael Jackson did? What would have happened if Michael Jackson had sat around and looked at Prince and say, you know, I need to be a better musician. I want to play the guitar too. Right? You know what I'm saying? No, Michael Jackson was Michael Jackson. Prince couldn't do what Michael Jackson did, and Michael Jackson couldn't do what Prince did. They were their own individual. That was their true contribution, their genuine self. And I want to ask you to be your genuine self, to create your genuine art. Like, for instance, personal governance. This is a genuine thing. It's people that know of me, that don't know me, and they say, oh man, this dude full of crap, man. This. You know what? I'm not perfect. You know, I'm three-dimensional like a lot of us. Every once in a while, I drop some F-bombs, some B-bombs. But my goal is on the road to refinement. And I don't want to be known as, oh man, that was the guy that, boy, he sure could cuss. He sure could rant and rave. That's not how I want to be remembered. Now, if somebody take a close examination of my life, they say, well, man, this dude was something, man. Man, did you read the Do-Dirt Doctrine? Jeesh, this dude, vulgar, a lot of profanity. But that's the life that I lived. And, you know, that cautionary tales of the hood, that's what Do-Dirt Doctrine represents. I can't be talking like, you know, Professor Phil. Oh, yes, the prostitute, she came up and said, would you like to purchase some Virginia, please? No, that's not how it goes down. So I had to contribute genuinely. So that was my true contribution. So if you want to read those cautionary tales of the hood, then you read the Do-Dirt Doctrine. And yes, it's peppered with vulgarity. It's peppered with profanity. Unlike personal governance, which is at the other end of the spectrum. It's about modeling. It's about maturity. It's about growing. It's about learning how to put your voice without having to drop the F-bomb. Challenge yourself. How can you get your point across effectively, passionately, without cussing? Everybody else is cussing. That's easy. It's easy to say F it. So make your true contribution. So personal governance is part of my true contribution. It's not, I'm not doing this just so I can be a shock jockey. If I want to be a shock jockey, hey, I could be talking about, hey, R. Kelly just got arrested. You know, there goes the pissing bandit. Right? I could just shock jockey and talk about, you know, whatever scandal going on with Dr. Umar, or whatever scandal going on with Paris Hilton, or whoever. That's not the contribution that I want to make. Okay? What contribution? What's your true contribution? So what does that mean? What I'm saying is, are you doing it for likes? Are you saying it for shares? Are you doing it because it's popular? Are you doing it so you can be seen? Hey, if you want to feed somebody, feed them. But if you're just doing it so it can get a bunch of shares and go viral on Facebook, is that a true contribution? Is it? It's one thing if you just want to capture, hey, you know what? People out here doing bad stuff. They out here going world star when they knock somebody out. Hey, look, at least I ain't got, boobs and bras and whatever. And I at least I'm not putting that negative energy out. Yeah, okay, so I'm giving somebody something to food. Okay, whatever. You know your purpose. But my theme is this: the true contribution comes from within. That, guess what? I may never rise to the level of fame or whatever acclaim that I want during my lifetime. But that's okay, because I know that I'm making my true contribution. A lot of people, they weren't popular during their lifetime. They weren't praised during their lifetime. Whether we're talking about Shakespeare, wasn't well received till long after the fact. Martin Luther King, we got a holiday and all that stuff. People love some Martin Luther King now, but Martin Luther King was getting the business from everybody, from his own organization, from his own people, getting it from the White House, getting hell in his own house, right? So it's easy for people to love and celebrate you and remember you and honor you and love and all that other stuff when you're dead and gone. But guess what? He honored and gave his true contribution. Malcolm X gave his true contribution when he went from being in the Nation of Islam to when he broke away from that. That was still his true contribution. So sometimes your true contribution is not going to be popular. Sometimes your contribution will not make you famous, will not make you wealthy. Look at Sandra Bland. May she rest in peace. Her voice, Sandra Speaks, that was her true contribution. She had to speak up. She had to speak out against injustice. Now imagine, hey, she had opportunities. She was working for this company where, she was a spokesman and they were selling these trays. Then she realized, man, these trays, they selling these to prisons. And mass incarceration is an issue when it comes to my black brothers and my brown sisters. I can't do this. So she could have served herself, but she ended up serving a lot of that judicial and criminal reform. Unfortunately, it cost her life. But the reason I can say Sandra Bland right now, and many of you will know who she is, and those who don't know, y'all can go Google. That's her true contribution. So don't do it because it's popular. Do it because it's your true contribution. It's that gold in your gut. Honor your gut. Stop doing stuff purely because it's profitable, purely because it's popular. You have something that only you can give to this world. You got a message that may not have millions of followers, but guess what? Even if it only got a dozen followers, it's an important message. Get it out. That's my time for the day. In the meantime, persist, believe, and achieve.